Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For CLN, this is AceWhittles and Dick Burns reporting. For tonight's news, we're going to hear from a group of civilians wishing to levy hard complaints against what they perceive to be corrupt and inhumane tactics practiced by the CLPD. Let's go to the interview. So, when we approached the factory there earlier, we didn't see an awful lot until a man named Jason Ford approached us on foot. And while he was with us, somebody in a mask ran up and with a gun and forcibly took him from us. Uh, did you
That'd be me,
guys?
sir.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yes, indeed. None of your business?
It's none of my business, or that's your name.
No, that's my name.
Okay.
I
That's
was,
an
I was
interesting
given
name.
that name at birth because I guess my mum didn't really want to know me.
Oh, well, that's a little sad.
Oh, are you trying to say my life's sad?
No, I just think the idea of a mother not wanting her child is kind of sad.
It's normal around here. But anyway, so yeah, basically the long and skinny is that the cops have had a far reign today of running people over and getting away with it every single time because they are boys in blue and they hide behind their badges. So we decided that we were gonna take back some of their power and show them that the citizens of the island own the island, not the police force.
I see. So this is kind of a form of protest then.
Well, it was a protest, but then the police came along and run the protesters over.
I see. So so before the police ran over a protester or multiple allegedly, what were you protesting before the violence happened?
Mr. North, would you like to cover that?
Yeah, well, it all started with the PD hitting a vehicle, running off, and from there it kind of escalated at one of the demonstrations we had against PD. After that, one of our friends got run over, and no excuses or anything were made. And later today, when we were up at the parking lot, another officer hit a civilian. I don't know who it was, but still, he just left the scene when the other officers occupied everyone else, so he got off scot-free again.
I
And
see.
the law should be equal, even if you're in blue or if you're a hardworking citizen.
I'm inclined to agree with that. So so no reason for the vehicular manslaughter was given and no apology either?
At least not on the two last incidents, not as far as I know of.
Wow.
As I said, they didn't happen to me though, but still they have a tendency to threaten everyone with arrest, to move away from the scene, and try to cover up the best they can.
So you think there's a police cover-up going on?
Well, apparently I see the people that have run over people still driving around, and if it was a civilian run over, there would be at least a fine and loss of license.
Right, right.
It's the blue line of the law where they just stick together and they always come up with the same stories that it's always everyone else's fault other than theirs. Um, the other day, I was harassed at the airport car park while I was moving my hunting rifle into the back of my car. I then got pounced upon and chased into the ocean and forcibly drowned as they dragged me under the water for about 400 meters to the point where I had to be recovered by an EMT because my lungs were filled with water. And I had a shark with a dead body in it chase after me halfway through the ocean. And didn't get any apology whatsoever, and apparently they want to arrest me for that as well now.
So you're telling me you were forcibly drowned and dragged through the water and they want to arrest you for that?
Yep, and to top all of that off, that when they were on the air on your show the other day, when they were doing some training for the elite tactical operations, the commander we kidnapped today had my weapon that they took off me that day. So not only did they steal my gun, but they redistributed it inside of PD amongst their officers.
I see. So they're not just confiscating illegal weapons and removing them from civilians, they're putting them into service.
Yes.
I see.
And with my bullets, and it's still registered to me. It's not been, the serial's not been scratched. It's all legit. Um, it was imported from an importer from like a external country, but it was still in my name and legal in that country, not necessarily in this one. But it wasn't loaded at the time. It was just in the back of my car. I was going to put it on my ornament, on my fucking mantelpiece, and that was going to be my ornament to remind me of better places.
I see.
And then I just stole it.
And I suppose there's no chance of you having that returned.
Well, I don't think they have it anymore. I think it was reacquired this evening by some unknown surveillant in a mask.
I see. So I don't think I quite got Did you raise your hand back there, sir?
Oh, no, that was nothing, so...
Okay.
He's just got a nervous twitch.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So I don't think I quite got an answer to the question about what you guys were protesting at PD for before the violence with the vehicles happened.
It was the protest was because of the hit and runs.
Oh, so it was hit and runs before the protests even started that you were there protesting, and then they occurred during the protest.
Over.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
we had no other choice. If our peaceful protest wasn't going to listen to, our complaints at the beginning of it weren't going to get listened to, and then to top all of that off, they then run us over while we were doing a peaceful protest. The only choice we've got is to take the law into our own hands and kidnap the commander in hopes that we can get retribution or some kind of change to the law. Unfortunately, when we kidnapped the commander, instead of offering us something for him, they said that apparently a life on this island is only actually worth $300. No, it was 30k. But while they were doing that, they were also staging officers around the building we were in order to ransack it and kill us all to silence us.
Wow, those are and I'm not trying to imply that you're not being truthful or anything, but those are pretty heavy accusations to lay out there.
Well, to say it like that, if they said they only could pay 30k for a commander, I know for certain they take 25k in fines for people driving on the runways, and you see commanders driving around in fucking Lamborghinis. You don't have to be a math genius to see how they really can afford more than 30k.
Right. So you think they pretty easily collect more than enough to pay out more, or to be able to pay out more?
I think civilians get fined all over the place.
I also think that they're running drugs as well and exporting them to cartels. Because whenever we're growing some poppies for medical use, they always seem to confiscate those poppies, and we've never seen a furnace or anything burning anything anywhere. So the only place it could then go is either in the ground or overseas.
I see.
And as my good friend here said, they're driving around in expensive Lamborghinis with custom paint skins, paint jobs.
Yeah, but they can only afford 30k for their own commander.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, it's a bad situation that we were trying to resolve. Unfortunately, it ended in bloodshed with them opening fire on us. Actually, no, that's wrong choice of events. I actually shot one of their officers that was staging on the building we were in because I was in negotiations and they were sending in armed people.
Oh, so they prepped for breaching while negotiations were still ongoing.
Yeah, they was talking to me and we were discussing how much and where, when's. And at the very same time, their officers were moving in slowly from the back of their building with weapons drawn, sneaking up on the building, and I saw them out the window. So, yeah, I just popped them in the face and boom, dead.
And that was even when we were lowering our ransoms.
So you were even offering to take less ransom, and they still came in with their guns hot.
Yeah, they had no intention of paying anything. It was all just about killing us.
Wow.
Corrupt.
They were trying to silence us because we've been there. We have the footage of it, but unfortunately, have disconnected our access to YouTube, so we can't actually upload anything. Whenever we go there, we just get a troll face pop up on the screen. So, whatever they've done, they've had access to servers.
As you can see, the allegations laid out by these civilians are quite severe. And at CLN, we know there's always multiple sides to a story. A request for comment from CLPD staff has not been answered at this time, but we expect to hear their version of events soon. Stay tuned for more on this story as it develops. For City Life News, this is AceWhittles and Dick Burns, signing off.